What's going on, people? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Yeah, sorry for the lack of videos again. Obviously, I've been super busy, and obviously it's been taking a toll on me. So I did say I want to do a video about Arsenal's win. Unfortunately I didn't. I just came home and I was just knackered. And for those of you who don't know, I went to see Stevenage versus Luton. The crowd was the atmosphere was the loudest I've ever been since I've been going to Stevenage games. Am I fully a Stevenage fan? I'm not fully committed, but I do enjoy going to the games just for the fans. To be honest with you, I'm getting used to the football style. Is it perfect? No, but they're winning. That's what matters. So yeah. So obviously Stevenage are top of the league, and also Arsenal are top of the league. And now international break is coming. Which unfortunately next week it's gonna be boring. Very boring. So I'm gonna watch it, but will I do any reviews? Probably not, but I could change my mind. Who knows? Who knows? But really, this is really about my thoughts of the next upcoming games for Arsenal. The next 3 games before before another international break, which is in November. And I'm hoping that's the last one, and then we don't have to think about it till I think February, March. So at least we could get away from that suffering period of football for us football fans, because international breaks, let's be real, it may be fun to some people, but not to myself, to be honest with you. So Arsenal's next 3, I could go through the whole full 6, the next up and coming games, the next 6 Premier League games, compared to Liverpool's, because to be honest with you, on paper, ours is more winnables. And Liverpool's is tougher, but I could see them getting points. But for us, we could potentially have a banana skin if we're not careful, if we go into games underestimating them. So the next games after international break in the Premier League, I think our next game is Fulham, if I'm not mistaken. I'll go up on my screen. Yeah, so our next game is Fulham away, then Palace, then Burnley, and then Sunderland. And then after the international break, we got two tough tests of London's. Sorry, I butchered that. I fucked that up. I meant to say, excuse my language. Sorry. Let me start again. 2 very tough games after Sunderland is Tottenham at Emirates, then Stamford Bridge at Chelsea. I pray to the Lord Cole Palmer's not there. But yeah, when you look at those games coming up, and compared to Liverpool's, if I could go to Liverpool's next game, Man U at Anfield, Brentford, Aston Villa, Manchester City, Nottingham Forest, and West Ham. So the last 2 games in the end of November, ours is tougher. But before that, the games I just mentioned, I think the next 4 or 5 games, if I can remember correctly, ours is more winnables than theirs. Theirs is more tougher. So on paper, we should win all of them. But as I mentioned, there's potential banana skins. Especially the form that we're going into the international break as well, which was very vital. And especially the fact as well, Liverpool, 3 games in a row in all competitions, they've lost. So they're on a bad losing streak right at the moment. And thank you, Chelsea, until we play you end of November. But we just have to keep doing our job. Arsenal just needs to keep doing their job and just win those important games. Games that on paper we should be winning. But as I mentioned again, I'll say it again, these are banana skins that we could potentially draw points, like a draw. We don't want to do that. And obviously Man City, who we don't want to rule them out as well, because they could be right on our tail, sorry. Especially their win against Brentford today. So, but right now it's Liverpool that we are paying attention to. But obviously we want to try and run away from Man City as often. Okay, maybe that's the wrong choice of words. As try and get more points than Man City. You know what I mean? So, so overall, I thought Arsenal and Arteta have done a good job keeping us in this position. Obviously, we had some luck and blessing as well for Liverpool's crisis at the moment. But they're not fully out completely, and we don't want to go through games that we think is there for the and barring the games as well, excuse my stuttering as well, and barring the games that we lost, which was and draw, which was Man City and Liverpool, games that I still had that feeling they were winnable games. They were there for the taking, and we didn't take it. And of course, there are some bad news for Arsenal, and that is Martin Ødegaard, who looked like after his performance against, who did we play against? I can't remember. Who did we? Olympiacos, which was his best performance for a while. Unfortunately, again, he's picked up another injury, and he has sustained what is reported by Sky Sports that he's sustained a medial collateral ligament injury to his left knee. Now, the word ligament means it's not good. That's not good at all. So he could be out for at least, well, range between 6 to 8 weeks, maybe potentially even more. It depends how bad the injury is, especially as well. Mikel Arteta keeping on for another 6 minutes, which for me I think is silly and stupid for Arteta. I don't care what anyone says. If a player is that badly injured, you just take him off straight away. Just take him off. Get the other person prepped and ready, and just and simple as that. Because if that 6 minutes now could potentially take another, like, as I mentioned, 6 to 8 weeks, even potentially more now with the minutes you decide to keep him on for. So that's the only con about Arteta. I think he needs to stop doing that. And I feel like if he continues to do that, I think it's going to cause more serious problems. And I still remember the Ewan Timber one in his debut when we faced Nottingham Forest and we beat them 2-1. First half, near the end, he looked like he'd done something, I think ACL. I can't remember which ACL he damaged, and then he decided to come back on the second half just for a couple of minutes, and then he couldn't continue, and then he pretty much missed the entirety of that season, which is something that this is something Arteta needs to stop doing seriously. So that, and also as well, listen, Gyökeres, in terms of, I do see the improvements there, but one thing he needs to start doing, and I'm hoping after the international break he can get going. And I was hoping, I can't lie, nothing against Saka. I wanted Gyökeres to take the penalty just to give him that momentum. But I want him to start scoring now. He needs to start scoring as soon as possible because he's doing everything right. I feel like not all is his fault. I just feel like he just needs to start scoring. And again, it's not all his fault. But I'm hoping after the international break he could get himself going. But in terms of that, I think Arsenal thus far have done well. Now we're top of the league. International break, unfortunately, it's going to be boring. And we just got to keep it up going. So yeah, that's the video for people. I don't want it to be too long or too... not too short, not too long. Just try to keep it as middle as possible. But yeah, that's just the video. If you like this, hit that like button. If you want to see more, hit that subscribe button. I don't know why I did that. And yeah, I'll see you lot soon, and come on, you Gunners.